Right, welcome back to the channels, gents. Right, so today I wanted to just talk about something from Robo Sapien 2000 made a comment on the video. If you're constantly, I'll link it, but if you're constantly checking if she's okay, right? The video is, yeah, if you're constantly checking if she's okay, she's, if she's upset, is killing your relationship. He made a very, very great, insightful question, I think, in my perspective, right? A great observation about this, because I knew it was from, because I have covered that it's from childhood traumas, but I didn't get very specific in it, which is great. This was a great observation. So he said, like, if you are constantly checking to see if she's upset, right, if your partner is upset, you are probably very insecure, which is true. I think I did say that in the video. Or anxiety, I think, which is insecurity. And here's the key one: have mommy issues. Have mommy issues. I thought that was a brilliant observation, in my opinion. Right, so let's jump into that. We're going to unpack that one today. So we're going to unpack the pattern, constantly asking, are you okay, right, is rooted in mommy, well, not mommy, I'm going to change it, sorry, it's not a mommy, in a mother wound, right? It's very possible that is one side. It's not all of them are going to be rooted in the mother wound, but that is a very big cause of it, right? So it's rooted in the mother wound. So let's break that down, right? So we know, okay, so your nervous system was trained as a child, right? If you have this, right? It was trained as a child to do what, right? The nervous system got trained to do what? It got trained to scan the emotional state of others, like especially your caregivers. So whether it's male or female, but whoever was your caregiver, right? For any signs of danger, right? You keep another way that your nervous system was trained is to keep the peace by managing people's emotions. Excuse me. Don't know what I ate, but like a. So keeping the peace by managing people's emotions, right? Okay. Well, I won't break that down yet. We will go into more of that. Another way your nervous system was trained is you feel responsible for other people's moods, and so because you feel responsible as a way to stay safe, seen or loved, you feel that you are responsible for their moods. That to feel safe, to feel seen, and to feel loved depends on their moods, right? So you got to make sure their moods are good so that you feel safe, loved, and seen. So how would it look if it's a mother wound, right? I want to say how would you know if it's a mother wound, essentially, right? So a few ways you can tell is you had to take care of your mother's emotions. Either she was overwhelmed, emotionally unavailable, sad, reactive, or just made you feel like her little emotional partner, right? You had to handle those emotions. Those emotions were taken out on you in a sense. And through that, what you did, or another way to tell is through or that and the others, but like this, you learned as a child that if I'm in sync, or if I'm matching, or if I'm in tune to her mood, or I can stay safe and loved, right? So if I'm attuned to her mood, then I'm safe, I'm loved, because I'm needed. So then you become, these are all things I've done. I'm not quite sure. It's a bit more digging on my end that has to happen here. but you become hyper aware of facial expressions, tone shifts, and silence, especially if she withdrew love or got upset easily. Very insightful, this one. So, if your mother, right, got high, withdrew, uh, got upset very easily, had reactions or emotional control, then you become hyper aware of facial expressions, right? Tones, all of that. Some other signs that is mother related, like which I think a lot of the nice guys or hidden men have this. You struggle with, I mean, I have this. You struggle with guilt when a woman is upset with you. Massively me. I do struggle with guilt when a woman is upset with me. Not so much now. I mean, like, that's what I used to have. In the beginning, it was massive. You feel anxious. This one too. When your partner withdraws or is silent. Massive. You fear being too much or not enough for the woman in your life. This one, I didn't fear being too much. I feared not being enough and not being able to give them what they need, right? You learn to earn love through being good, helpful, or emotionally attentive. Isn't that the nice guy script right there? You learn to earn love through being, if I'm good, if I'm kind and nice and caring or whatever, then I will have a carefree life in a sense, right? And so those are signs that this is mother related, right? Not necessarily saying that it is mother related if you have these, but these are signs that it potentially is mother wound related. My nose is very itchy there. So this kind of wound teaches boys what? Because you learn this in childhood. So what does this teach boys in their childhood? That we'll get into, but so my value is how well I keep my mom or woman happy, which I think ties into that. Could tie into the happy wife, happy life. I haven't explored that idea yet. That might be coming. The happy wife, happy life side. So my value is in how well I keep my mom or woman happy, and so that's what those wounds teach boy. And what does that turn into? That turns into, when you start growing up, that turns into over checking, right? Are you okay? Are you upset? What's wrong? Constantly, right? Over giving more than what is necessary, like giving to the point of nauseation. Let's put it that way, right? You're over giving. You're just giving everything, right? Under expression of your own needs. Oh, there's a bird. So under expressing your own needs. This one is also quite massive. It's also the classic nice guy, hidden man thing. Like you don't express your needs. Your needs are pushed under the rug and done passive aggressively, backwards ways, dodgy ways, not directly, right? You try you try to appear needless, which doesn't work. Avoiding conflict like it's life and death. Conflict avoidance. That is also massive. Right? We've talked about all of these. So how can we start healing this pattern? Right? So with this specific pattern, I want to talk about shadow work. Now, disclaimer, I am not an expert in shadow work. I am not medical certificate, clinical psychologist, yeah. I'm not one of those. So, this is not medical advice. Let's put it that way. But here's something you can do that starts with shadow work. It's a part of shadow work. Like I do my own shadow work here. I think I've said it on the channel. But so you can write to your younger self, the self that was in that past, present time, right? Like who had to go through all of these things with the mother wound, right? You can start writing to them and like start communicating with them. A great resource for this is Man Talks by Connor Beaton. Definitely a channel I would recommend. So you can start writing. So you can write like a dear younger me. I know why you kept asking if she was okay. You were trying to stay safe, to feel close, to keep love from disappearing. But now I've got us, right? I don't have to earn love anymore. I don't have to manage anyone else's emotions to be okay, essentially. And what you can do with this is you can do like a alternate day. So you write, if you want, or you can do it in one day if you want. So you write something like that. Obviously, like each person will have something different. You write it in your own style. You don't have to copy that. So you write it. Then the next day you try sit and you try answer it from the perspective of the child you once were, of your past self, of that little boy that inside of you. Sounds a bit silly, but it brings out some really deep emotions if you do it. You commit to doing it and actually sit there and do that. So that is this one for today. I thought this was a great insight, a bit more of a rabbit hole for me to go down, to explore my own life a bit more. But so I just thought I'll just drop that for now. Links are down below. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got some value. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.